And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Cerro Coyote Baseball. I'm Lee Johnson, reporting to you live from Merced, California, where we have a doubleheader today between the Coyotes of Cerro Coso and the Blue Devils of Merced College. First pitch just thrown for ball one. We'll get to the starting lineups here as we go along. On the mound today for Merced is Dylan Weber. He comes in with 28 2/3 innings of work, ERA of 4.71, and he misses on the first three, up and away to Michael Doerr, the Cerro Coso right fielder, hitting from the left side. The 3-0 pitch, ball four. So 4-pitch walk. Probably not the way the Blue Devils drew it up there. Now stepping to the plate for Cerro Coso is their shortstop, Ruiz. Reyes comes in today hitting .352. Both these teams have played 22 games so far on the season. Merced comes in with a 13-9 record, Cerro Coso 12-10. First pitch to Reyes is a fastball for a called strike. No balls and a strike. Michael Doerr on first after drawing a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Oh, 1-pitch breaking ball that catches the outside corner for strike two. Defensively for Merced, it'll be Max Ramirez in left, Chris Butterfield in center, and Nathaniel Silva in right. After this pitch, we'll get you the infield. Another breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And Reyes goes down on 3 pitches for out number 1. Now stepping to the plate for Cerro Coso is their second baseman, Johnny Mchenry. Mchenry comes in today hitting .339, switch hitter. Fastball that dots the outside corner for a strike. Nice pitch there. Rounding out the defense for Merced, it'll be Mason King at third, Trent Malone at short, Joichiro Oyama at second, and Cesar Avila at first. Gerald Nix is behind the dish today, and once again, Dylan Weber starting on the bump. Runners off, pitch outside for a ball, and the runner is thrown out. Caught stealing.
Blue, is that a ball? Thank you.
So the leadoff runner is erased for Cerro Coso. 1-1 the count on Mchenry. Next pitch misses low, and the count runs to 21. 2 balls and a strike. Batting order for Cerro Coso, it'll be Doerr, Reyes, Mchenry, Jimenez, Davis, Payne, Delmar, Scott, and Hernandez. 2-1 pitch is fouled off and out of play over on the right side, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Merced College Blue Devils occupying the third base dugout. The visiting team, in this case Cerro Coso today, on the first base dugout. The 2-2 pitch, that misses just away, and that fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mchenry. Danny Jimenez, first baseman today for Cerro Coso, waiting on deck. 3-2 pitch by Weber, and that is fouled off down the right field line. Count will remain full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the first. Nobody on, 2 out for Cerro Coso. Michael Doerr drew a leadoff walk, but then was erased on a caught stealing. That pitch is driven into center field, playable. Butterfield is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So nothing across for the Coyotes. We're heading to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. And we are back here at Merced College. Clayton Dethridge on the mound for Cerro. And his first pitch of the game is a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. It'll be Trent Malone, Mason King, and Joichiro Oyama scheduled here for Merced. Malone shows bunt and fouls that back out of play. And the count quickly goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Merced wearing their home whites today, white tops, white trousers. They have the vest tops on, so the blue sleeves out underneath. Everybody's got their pants up, looking good. Blue socks, stirrups with 3 white stripes. That pitch is hit into left center. Tito Martinez is over, and he makes the catch for the first out. Now stepping up to the plate is Mason King, playing third base today for Merced. Dethridge, first pitch, lays a bunt down third base line, and Anthony Davis is going to let that roll foul. Good decision there. That was his only shot. For Cerro, as I mentioned, Clayton Dethridge on the mound today. He comes in with 24 2/3 innings of work, an ERA of 6.2. Defensively for Cerro, it's Bannon Delmar in left, Obin Hernandez in center, and Michael Doer in right. Anthony Davis at third, Luis Reyes shortstop, Johnny Mchenry at second, and Danny Jimenez at first. Brooks Scott behind the dish today for the Coyotes. Next pitch is swung on and missed. And Dethridge gets ahead of Mason King. No balls and 2 strikes. Mason King comes into today's ball game hitting .327. 0-2 pitch misses up and away. And that'll run the count to 12. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just underway here at Merced College. Bottom of the first, no score. There's a swinging and a miss. That ball's going to bounce away from Brooks Scott. And Mason King is going to reach first on a drop third strike. Now stepping to the plate, Joichiro Oyama, the second baseman, hits from the left side. Mason King on first after drop third strike. Oyama throws a bunt down. Successful bunt. Out at first. 2 down. Now batting for Merced, the designated hitter, Austin Capas. First pitch swinging, and that's foul down the third base line. Capas, top hitter for the Blue Devils, comes in today hitting .383. A couple home runs, 23 runs driven in. Hitting in the 4-hole for Merced. Runner on second, 2 down. We're in the bottom half of the first, no score. Clayton Dethridge throws a breaking ball. That misses low and away. And the count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike on Capas. Mason King on second after reaching on a dropped third strike and then advancing on a sacrifice bunt by Joichiro Oyama. Potential first run of the game in scoring position for Merced. On deck, first baseman Cesar Avila. Next pitch is chopped foul just beyond the third base line. And Dethridge gets ahead of Capas. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful day here today. Game time temperature 71 degrees. Winds out of the northeast at about 2. It's pretty much calm. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw is in time, and that'll do it. So nothing across. 1 in the books. No score from Merced College. We'll be right back. And we are back. Due up for the Coyotes in the top half of the second will be hitters 4, 5, and 6. Jimenez, Davis, and Payne. Dylan Weber on for his second inning of work. Through 14 pitches the first inning, 7 balls, 7 strikes. And his first pitch to Jimenez misses up for ball 1. Danny Jimenez comes into today batting .375. Breaking ball that catches the inside corner. Nice pitch that time by Dylan Weber. And that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Danny Jimenez playing first base today. Fouls the next one off and out of play over the first base dugout. And Weber gets ahead of Jimenez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch is hit into left field. That's playable. Max Ramirez is over, and that's going to get foul. So Jimenez stays alive. As that ball drifted into the, looks like the batting cages down there, the left field corner in foul territory. 1-2 pitch. That one's hit into left field. Hit pretty well. Going back. Ramirez is going to watch this one fly away. Home run, Danny Jimenez. That ball was well struck, cleared the left field fence by a few feet. Field pretty symmetrical here today. Don't have signs on the fences, but I'm guessing about 330 down the lines. Probably 370 in the alleys and about 400 to dead center. Anthony Davis steps up to the plate now. Davis hits from the left side and takes the first pitch up and away for ball 1. Davis playing third base today. He comes in hitting .318 on the year with 16 runs driven in. 1-0 pitch misses up. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Anthony Davis. 1 run in for the Coyotes on a solo home run by Danny Jimenez. 2-0 pitch. That's away. And the count is 3 balls and no strikes. Designated hitter Matthew Payne awaiting on deck for the Coyotes. And then Bannon Delmar, the left fielder, in the hole. There's a strike that catches the outside corner. And the count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike to Anthony Davis. Next pitch is fouled back into the netting, and that'll work the count full, 32. Defensively, Merced playing Davis straight up. Infield pretty much back near the cutout of the grass and the dirt. 3-2 pitch. That is foul tipped and hung on to by Gerald Nix, and there'll be 1 out for Cerro. Now stepping to the plate, designated hitter Matthew Payne. Matthew comes in today hitting .250. He hits from the right side. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Next pitch is grounded foul down the third base line. And Dylan Weber gets ahead of Matthew Payne quickly. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Bannon Delmar, left fielder, waiting on deck for Cerro. 1 run in, 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch hits Matthew Payne up around the hands, and he will take his base. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Bannon Delmar. Bannon Delmar comes into today hitting .415, splitting his time between the outfield and shortstop lately. Matthew Payne on first after being hit by a pitch. First pitch, nice fastball that catches the outside corner by Dylan Weber. The next pitch for Dylan will be his 30th pitch of the game. So far he's thrown 17 strikes and 12 balls. Toss over to first, checking on Matthew Payne. He is back safely. Head first. Not too excessive of a lead. I would call it probably average to maybe a little less. Next pitch, off speed, beautiful pitch right down the heart of the plate. Bannon Delmar looks at it, and the count quickly goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Brooks Scott, the Coyote catcher, on deck. 1 run in, 1 runner on, 1 out here in the top of the second. There's a swing and a miss, and Delmar goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring the catcher Brooks Scott to the plate. Brooks comes in today hitting .250. Matthew Payne on first after being hit by a pitch. 1 run in for Cerro on the solo shot by first baseman Danny Jimenez. Another toss over. Payne back in standing up that time. Just kind of a token I'm thinking about you sort of toss. And the pitch to Scott. Breaking ball that just wraps around the inside corner for ball 1. Weber gets his sign. Payne takes his lead. And he tosses over again to first. Payne back again. Head first this time, a little bit closer, but safe nonetheless. And another toss over to first. Matthew Payne has decent speed, plays some outfield, so he can run a bit. 1-0 pitch to Scott is up and in, and the count moves to 20. 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful day, as I mentioned. Nice crowd starting to show up here at Merced. Weber comes set. The 2-0 pitch, that's hit into right field. That's playable. Silva ranges over, and he can't quite get there as it falls foul. Easy for me to say. So Matthew Payne got a free 180 feet all the way around to third base. He gets to go back. Brooks Scott was a free 90 down to first. He gets to come back. 21 the count. Runner on first, 2 outs for the Coyotes here in the top half of the second for game 1. 2 scheduled today, back-to-back doubleheaders. After the first game's ends, we'll probably sign off and then come back on about 30 minutes later for the second game. Big swing and a miss by Brooks Scott, and that evens a count at 22. 2 balls, 2 strikes a count, 2 outs for Cerro Coso here in the top half of the first. The 2-2 pitch, that is swung on a miss, and that'll do it. So the Coyotes score 1 on a home run. 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second. And we are back here in the bottom half of the second. It'll be Capas, Avila, Ramirez. First pitch to Austin Capas misses up for ball 1. Capas, I apologize, I'm probably butchering that. Next pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. As you recall, he was up to bat when Mason King was thrown out at third trying to steal. There's a ball hit into left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. First hit for the Devils. Now stepping to the plate is the Blue Devils first baseman, Cesar Avila. First pitch, check swing, tried to hold up, but he went around. And Clayton Deathridge gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Avila comes in today hitting .315 with 18 runs driven in. Tall, lanky guy. There's a toss over to first. And Austin Capas is back in safely head first. We're just in the bottom half of the second. 7 innings scheduled here for game 1. Deathridge throws a fastball for a strike and gets ahead of Cesar Avila, no balls and 2 strikes. Max Ramirez, the left fielder for Merced, on deck, and Nathaniel Silva will be in the hole, right fielder today. 0-2 pitch is hit into right field. That is going to be caught by Dewar, and Capas misread it and is doubled up. Now stepping up to the plate is the Blue Devil left fielder, Max Ramirez. Takes a first pitch for a called strike. Max Ramirez comes into today hitting .375 with 16 runs driven in. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball by Deathridge, and he is quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Defensively, Coyotes playing straight up. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. So nothing across for Merced. 2 of the books, 1-0, Cerro Coso. And we are back. Due up for Cerro Coso. It'll be hitters 9, 1, and 2. Orbin Hernandez steps up to the plate, the Cerro Coso center fielder. Hernandez today comes in hitting .347. Hits from the right side. Weber's first pitch misses low for ball 1. Dylan Weber on for his 3rd inning of work. There's a little flare that's going to drop into right center field. So Hernandez is on with a leadoff single for the Coyotes here in the top half of the 3rd. Now coming up is Michael Doerr. Doerr walked his first at-bat. Toss over to first. Hernandez back safely. Not a bad idea. Orbin Hernandez goes by Tito, so if you hear me mixing that up, that's what that's all about. Swing and a miss by Michael Doerr for strike 1. Hernandez has good speed, plays the outfield. Most of the time center field, he can run. So Dylan Weber is smart in keeping an eye on him. Has a decent lead at first. The 0-1 pitch to Doerr misses outside, and that'll even the count at 11. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top half of the 3rd. Orbin Hernandez on first after a leadoff line drive single to right center. And a 2-1 count now on Michael Doerr, the right fielder. Doerr, as I mentioned, walked his first plate appearance and then was caught stealing. Next pitch is low, and that runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. Advantage, Michael Doerr. He's going to shrink the zone here, look for 1 pitch in 1 spot, and if Dylan Weber is kind enough to put it there, he's going to go hunting. 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner, and that'll fill up the count at 32. Be interesting to see if they put Orbin Hernandez in motion here. As I mentioned, good speed. Want to stay out of the double play if you can. 3-2 pitch, he's running. That ball is hit into left field. That's going to be foul and out of play. Count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez does a 180. Heads back to first. We'll see if they do it again. Dylan Weber comes set, and he tosses over to first. Hernandez back head first. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count on Michael Doerr. Hernandez on first, nobody out. There's another foul ball back over the left side. Keep the count full. That time Hernandez did not go, stayed put. So a little cat and mouse here between coaching staffs on who's going to go, who's not. Now he's running. That ball's hit into left field, playable. Max Ramirez is there. He'll put it away for the first out of the inning. Urbina Hernandez heads back to first base. Just a routine fly ball that time. Stepping to the plate now, the Coyote shortstop, Luis Reyes. Reyes struck out his first plate appearance. Defensively, Merced playing Reyes straight up. First pitch hit Reyes. Looks like it just grazed him maybe on the arm. So that'll put runners on first and second for the number 3 hitter and second baseman, Johnny Mchenry. Mchenry line drive out to center field in his first plate appearance. Hernandez on second, Reyes on first. 1 down here in the top half of the third. Dylan Weber's thrown 47 pitches so far this afternoon. His first offering to Mchenry misses away for ball 1. Hernandez on second after a leadoff line drive single to right center. Reyes on first after being hit by a pitch. Toss back to second, and Hernandez is in safely. One ball, no strikes to Mchenry. 2 runners on, 1 out here in the top half of the third. That ball's driven well to right center field, and that is going to be gone. A 3-run bomb by Johnny Mchenry. That ball was up in the zone. Mchenry was able to go up and grab it, and he now extends the Cerro Coso lead to 4-0. That ball was hit well into right center field and over the scoreboard there. Nathaniel Silva, the right fielder, took a look and pretty much said that one's gone. So Danny Jimenez, who homered his last at bat, steps up and he fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Next pitch misses high, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 3-run dinger by Johnny Mchenry, a solo shot by Danny Jimenez, and that is all our scoring so far today. That ball is popped up foul back over our head, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Danny Jimenez. Again, defensively for Merced, it's Ramirez, Butterfield, Silva, left to right in the outfield. That pitch misses just outside and evens the count at 22. King, Maloney, Oyama, Avila, third to first, and Gerald Nix behind the dish for the Blue Devils. Dylan Weber on the bump in his 3rd inning of work, and he misses up, and that'll fill up the count at 32. Weber has his next pitch will be his 55th pitch of the game. Here it comes. That is hit into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Jimenez will be content with a single. And we are going to have a visit to the mound. We are in the top half of third, 4-0 Cerro. We'll be right back. And we are back. Mound visit over. Anthony Davis steps up to the plate today, or right now, excuse me. Third baseman for Cerro. Anthony 0 for 1. Caught foul tip, his first at bat. 3 runs are in on 3 hits so far here in the top of the third for Cerro on a 3-run bomb by Johnny Mchenry. First pitch to Davis misses away. Ball 1. Those are not missing by a whole lot, folks. Those are pretty decent pitches. Just a little bit off. Jimenez on first after a single. There's a nice breaking ball, backdoor breaking ball that time. Started off the plate. Came in and caught the corner on Davis. And that evens the count at 11. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis fouls the next pitch off. And Weber gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anthony Davis. Moderate lead for Danny Jimenez at first. Probably not the biggest threat to be running here, but you never know. 1-2 pitch. That's a ground ball to first. First to second. Back to first, not in time. But they get the lead runner on a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Matthew Payne for Cerro. Payne was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. So the bases are cleared, 2 outs. First pitch to Payne, or excuse me, bases are not cleared. Anthony Davis on first on the fielder's choice. My bad there, folks. Payne takes first pitch low for ball 1. Matthew Payne, 7th man to bat this inning for Cerro. Another breaking ball that misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Anthony Davis on first after hitting into a fielder's choice. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. Nice pitch that time by Dylan Weber. And that runs the count to 21. 2 balls and 1 strike. Weber has struck out 13 batters coming into today's ball game. That pitch is popped up foul over our head. Hope it misses me. Sounds like it did. I heard it hit the ground and nothing came crashing down around my head. So that's always a positive. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Matthew Payne. There's a ground ball that's going to get through the left side, takes a nasty hop, and everybody will move up 90 feet. That was just a nasty ground ball that, as it got to the lip of the grass, took a hop about 30 feet into the air. And nothing that Mason King or Trent Malone could do with that one. 8th man to bat, stepping up for Cerro Coso this inning, left fielder Bannon Delmar. Delmar 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first plate appearance. Coyotes have runners on first and second with 2 outs. First pitch, nice off-speed pitch for a called strike. And Dylan Weber gets ahead of Bannon Delmar 0-1. 65 pitches so far for Dylan Weber here in the 3rd inning. He comes set. Next pitch misses away. And that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis on second. Payne on first. 3 runs are in, 2 outs here in the top half of the 3rd. Next pitch, breaking ball that misses away. Real nice job that time by Gerald Nix, keeping that ball in front of him and then controlling the rebound, basically controlling the running game here. 2 balls and a strike on Bannon Delmar. That ball's hit to left field. That should do it. Ramirez comes in and puts it away for the 3rd out. But the Coyotes score 3 on 4 hits after 2.5. 4-0, Cerro Coso. We'll be right back. And we are back. It'll be hitters 7 and 8 and 9 for Merced. First up, Nathaniel Silva takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Silva playing right field today. And let's see, where is he at here? He comes in hitting .377. Ground ball to Davis at 3rd. He's got it. Throw across, and Silva is retired. 1 out. And now due up, the catcher, Gerald Nix. Nix comes in today hitting .265. Butterfield on second after a line drive single to left field and then a throwing error that allowed him to advance to third. Excuse me, that ball went out of play. Let me fix that. Next pitch misses out for 2 balls, no strikes on Nix. Top of the order, standing on deck for Merced. There's a swing and a miss. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Gerald Nix. Chris Butterfield on third after a line drive single, as I mentioned, and then he advanced to third on a throwing error that went out of play. Another swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. And that evens the count at 22. Blue Devils trying to dent the scoreboard here, get their first run of the game, which is standing 90 feet away. And strike 3 swinging. Nix goes down. Stepping up to the box now is Trent Malone, shortstop. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Malone flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. Merced looking for a 2-out knock here to get their first run on the board of today's ball game. Another breaking ball, that one misses inside. The count goes to 20. 2 balls and no strikes. Chris Butterfield on third. Trent Malone at the dish. 2 outs. We're in the home half of the third. There's a ball hit to right field. That's going to get out of play. Nice effort that time by Danny Jimenez. But unless you're an Olympic 100-meter champion, you're probably going to get to that one. And believe it or not, folks, Danny Jimenez is not an Olympic 100-meter champion. So that falls harmlessly over in the trees there on the right side. 2 balls and a strike to Trent Malone. Next pitch misses down and in. And that runs the count to 31. Mason King, Merced third baseman, standing on deck. Deathridge is set. There's a 2-seam fastball that catches the inside corner. And that fills the count at 32. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. So the Blue Devils threaten but fail to score. We'll be right back. You're listening to Cerro Coso Coyote Baseball. And we are back. Dylan Weber out for his 4th inning of work. He'll face hitters 8, 9, and 1 for Coso this inning. Brooks Scott, catcher, steps up to the plate for Coso. Scott struck out swinging his first at bat. First pitch fouled straight back. And thank goodness for netting and concrete, or I would have been making a trip to the dentist after I got done picking all my teeth up. No balls and a strike. The next pitch here for Dylan Weber will be his 70th of the game. We'll give you a breakdown of strikes and balls here after this one. That one misses outside for ball 1. 70 pitches by Dylan Weber, 41 for strikes, 29 for balls so far. The 1-1 pitch to Scott is swung on and missed. High fastball that time. Nice pitch up on the hands. Looks very good if you're the hitter, but almost impossible to catch up with. Dylan Weber ahead of the backstop for Coso. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goes right back there, and this time Scott keeps the bat on the shoulder, and that'll even the count at 22. We are in the top of the 4th. 4-0 our score in favor of Coso. This game scheduled for 7. Scott pops that one up foul, backing out of play. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful afternoon here in Merced, California. Just a little bit over 70 degrees, light breeze. That pitch is popped up to shallow center. It is going to be caught by the shortstop, Trent Malone, for out number 1 here in the top half of the 4th. Just a little kind of medium to soft pop up. Trent Malone was able to get under it and put it away. So that'll bring up Tito Hernandez, Coso center fielder. He singled and scored a run in his first at bat. First pitch is in. Hernandez spins out of the way. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch misses down. 2-0. Hernandez comes into today with 14 runs driven in. Ball 3 high. 3-0. And probably more indicative here for Hernandez. Let me see how many runs he's scored. He has scored 12. There's a called strike on a 3-0 pitch. 31. Like I said, Hernandez, good speed. Tends to set the table here for the top of the order. That ball's hit into right center, and it is going to be caught by the center fielder, Chris Butterfield. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down for the Coyotes. And that'll bring up the top of the order, right fielder Michael Doerr. Doerr is 0 for 1. He walked and flew out to left field his last at bat. First pitch misses down for ball 1. Nice play on that last one by Chris Butterfield, the Merced center fielder. He ranged to his left. Nice route to the ball and put that thing away comfortably. Next pitch misses down. 2 balls, no strikes. The count now on Michael Doerr. Top half of the 4th, nobody on, 2 outs for the Coyotes. Ball 3 away. Last thing Dylan Weber wants to do here is issue a 2-out free pass. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch that time. Didn't just totally roll over and throw it right down Broadway, but kept it on the edge. 3-1 pitch is driven into left center field. That's going to get down. Be cut off by Butterfield, so Doerr will be held to a long single. And stepping up to the plate now is Luis Reyes. Ruiz 0 for 1. He struck out, was hit by a pitch, and scored a run. So a 2-out knock that time by Michael Doerr. Extends the inning. Breaking ball by Dylan Weber that misses down in the dirt. Another nice job by Gerald Nix that time, keeping the ball in front of him and keeping Michael Doerr at first base. Doerr's got good speed. The 1-0. Another breaking ball. That was a pretty nice looking pitch, but just a little bit off on the inside corner that time. Johnny Mchenry waiting on deck. Mchenry hit a 3-run home run his last at bat. There's a ground ball that is going to be bobbled by a third baseman, but not in time. So Ruiz is going to reach on an error. E5 that time. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. We'll be right back, folks. And we are back, folks. We have had a pitching change. Now on the mound for Merced is John Trujillo. Trujillo comes in with 16 2/3 innings of work, ERA of 7.02, and he has struck out 24 batters. Coyotes with runners on first and second. Mchenry at the plate. 2 outs. First pitch misses down and in for ball 1. Doerr on a second after a single, and then advancing on an error. Next pitch, another breaking ball that misses down and in. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Mchenry, as I mentioned, hit a 3-run home run his last plate appearance, excuse me. Big swing and a miss on a nice 2-seam fastball that time that ran away from Mchenry. That runs the count to 21. 2 balls and a strike. Trujillo's pitch, and that hits him. Tried an off-speed number and just didn't quite get the feel there. And so that will load them up for the Cerro Coso first baseman, Danny Jimenez. Jimenez 2 for 2 so far today with a home run, a solo shot, and a single into left field, left center field, his last at bat. He's driven in a run and scored a run so far. Big, nice breaking ball for a called strike. That kind of buckled the knees a little bit of Danny Jimenez. Nice pitch by John Trujillo. Coyotes got him loaded. Top of the fourth with 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch. Misses down and away. Great job by Gerald Nix. That was a couple inches away from scoring Michael Doerr at third on a wild pitch. Counts even at 11. Another breaking ball. That stays inside. And the count moves to 21. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trujillo looks like he's got a real nice breaking ball. He's given Danny Jimenez some fits up there. He kind of buckling his knees every time that thing goes. It's got a pretty tight spin. So it'll kind of come at you and then it just bites. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Up with it. And it's a throw in air. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And Mchenry is going to be held up at third as the ball goes out of play. So Anthony Davis steps up to the plate now. Davis 0 for 2. He struck out on a caught foul tip and then hit into a fielder's choice. Takes Trujillo's first pitch for ball 1. Next pitch in the dirt, another breaking ball. And that'll run the count to 20. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. 2 runs are in so far for Cerro Coso in this inning on only 1 hit. And a big throwing error that allowed both those runs to score. 3 balls and no strikes now to Anthony Davis. There's a fastball right down Broadway. Count moves to 31. Mchenry on third, Jimenez on second. 2 runs in, 2 outs. We're in the top half of the fourth in a game that's scheduled for 7, first game of a doubleheader. Another breaking ball that misses low. Mchenry started to come and changed his mind, which was probably a good idea, because he would have been a dead duck. And the bases are now loaded for the designated hitter, Matthew Payne. Payne comes in 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and singled his last at bat. Payne, the 8th man to hit here for Cerro Coso in the top half of the fourth. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put anybody. First pitch gets away from Nix, and that's going to score a run. Everybody moved up 90 feet that time. And the score moves to 7-0 in favor of Cerro Coso. Jimenez on third, Davis on second. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Matt Payne. Next pitch is up. And count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Trujillo's thrown 15 pitches here in relief this inning. 11 of those have been out of the strike zone, so that ought to struggling a little bit to dial it in yet here this afternoon. There's a nice breaking ball that drops in there for a called strike, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, ball 3. Trujillo trying to get that breaking ball to find the zone. He's just struggling right now to get that thing to fall in the zone. 31 the count. Van and Delmar waiting on deck. There's a fastball, foul ball right up over our head. And that evens, or it fills up the count, excuse me, at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First base is open. 3 runs in so far this inning for the Coyotes on only 1 hit. Big air that kind of opened the floodgates here. And that ball hits Matthew Payne. Just a slow breaking ball. No intent there. And so the bases are loaded once again for Van and Delmar. Hitting in the 7th hole today. He is the 9th man to bat. Delmar 0 for 2 so far in the game. Struck out swinging and flew out to left field his last at bat. Coyotes have them loaded here in the top half of the 4th. First pitch fastball, little soft thing to first base, and first baseman can't handle it. Everybody's safe. So that's going to plate another run. And I guess we'll give that, it looks like they're going to call that an error. Just a little soft ground ball that wasn't handled by Cesar Avila at first base. There's strike 1 on Brooks Scott. 10th man to hit this inning. Next pitch fastball, that one just misses outside. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Scott 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up to shortstop in shallow center field. And ball is chopped foul into his feet. And John Trujillo now ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He needs to get the fangs out right here and finish this off. Can't let up with a 2-strike count. He's got to bury it. Coyotes have been able to plate 4 runs in this inning on only 1 hit. Davis at 3rd, Matthew Payne at 2nd, Van and Delmar at 1st. Brooks Scott at the plate, 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Pitch, breaking ball misses away. And the count evens at 22. John Trujillo throwing that breaking ball a lot. He's just having an awful hard time getting that thing to drop into the strike zone. And the Cerro Coso hitters are being disciplined, and they're laying off that thing. They recognize it and they just lay off of it. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it. However, the Coyotes plate 4 after 3.5. Our score 8-0. Cerro Coso. We'll be right back. we are back. Mason King steps in, first pitch swinging, fly ball to right field. Michael Dorr is under it for a quick out here in the home half of the fourth. Joichiro Uyama steps in for Merced, the second baseman. Shows bunt, pulls back, and Clayton Deathridge misses outside for ball one. So Mason King with the first pitch swinging out, fly ball to right field. And now it's Uyama. Shows bunt again, and Deathridge misses out again for ball two. Little between inning meeting there with Merced, coaches and players. Probably saying we got to tighten it up, boys. So far of the 8 runs scored by Coso, only 4 of them are earned. So half of the runs on the board for Coso are unearned. Oyama fouls the next pitch off down third base line, and that runs the count to 21. Deathridge thrown 40 pitches so far here through 3 1/3. There's a nice breaking ball. That'll even the count at 22. 29 strikes and only 12 balls for Clayton Deathridge. So he's doing a nice job pounding the zone. There's a fly ball to right fielder that should be playable, and Dorr makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Austin Capas steps in now, the Merced designated hitter. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Capas 1 for 1 today. He singled in his first at bat into left center. Breaking ball misses low, and that'll run the count even at 1 ball and a 1 strike. Line scores look like this so far. Coso 8 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 6 runners left. Merced no runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 1 runner left. Capas fouls the next one off down the left field line, and that'll move the count to 1 balls and 2 strikes. That ball's popped into right field. Dorr going back. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Deathridge. 8-0 Coso after 4. And we are back as we head into the top half of the 5th. This game scheduled for 7, first of a doubleheader between Merced and Cerro. It'll be hitters 9, 1, and 2 for the Coyotes. Urbin Hernandez steps up to the plate. Hernandez 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. First pitch by Trujillo, misses up for ball 1. John Trujillo in for his second inning of work. He came in relief last inning. Next pitch, fastball. Nice pitch called strike right at the knees. Some nice movement on that that pitch that time. Big breaking ball that drops in. That is obviously going to be the key to John Trujillo's success or lack thereof. If he can locate that breaking ball, he's going to be awful hard to hit. If he can't, it's going to be a long day for his defense. Off speed, misses outside and down, and that evens the count at 22. Again, defensively for Merced, it's Ramirez, Butterfield, Silva, left to right. King, Maloney, Oyama, Avila, third to first. And Gerald Nix behind the plate. Hernandez goes down swinging on a nice breaking ball. And that'll bring up the top of the Coyotes' order in the form of right fielder Michael Doerr. Doerr is 1 for 2 today with a run scored and a walk. Hits from the left side. First pitch, two-seam fastball that just misses outside. And that'll put the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 31 pitches so far for John Trujillo, and he's on the back end of the strike to ball ratio there. Misses again outside on a breaking ball. 2-0. So Trujillo's thrown 32 pitches so far. 19 have been for balls and only 13 for strikes. There's a fastball that's fouled straight back. And that'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Luis Reyes waits on deck for the Coyotes. We're in the top of the 5th. This game scheduled for 7 innings. At the conclusion, we'll take approximately a 30-minute break, and then we'll be back for game 2. And Michael Doerr was just hit by a pitch, a breaking ball that came in and got him. And you could hear a little bit of a grunt there when he got hit, kind of right in the short ribs. So Luis Reyes steps to the plate. Reyes is 0 for 2. He reached on an error, was hit by a pitch. He has scored 2 runs so far today. First pitch, breaking ball outside for ball 1. Gerald Nix doing a very nice job. I've said that multiple times, but he's doing a nice job of controlling the Cerro running game by his blocking ability, his ability to control the block. Fastball, strike 1, up at the letters. And that evens the count at 1-1. 8 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Coyotes. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Blue Devils. There is a base hit into center field. That's going to bounce off Butterfield's glove. Doerr will get to third, and Reyes on first with a 1-out single. That thing was hit pretty well, and Chris Butterfield, it came off the grass hot. He was able to keep it in front of him. So the Coyotes have runners on the corners now with 1 out. Johnny Mchenry steps to the plate. Mchenry is 1 for 2 with the 3-run home run. 3 runs driven in, 2 runs scored. First pitch, breaking ball for a called strike. Nice pitch that time by John Trujillo. As we talked about, if he can locate that breaking ball, he's going to be awful tough to deal with. But so far, he's been struggling to find consistency in that pitch. Next pitch is chopped foul. That was another breaking ball that Mchenry just got a piece of. Mchenry, switch hitter. Cerro second baseman. Going to go out this summer and play for the Spearfish Sasquatch in the Frontier League, a summer collegiate wood bat league in South Dakota. Next pitch is fouled back and out of play over the third base dugout. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Mchenry. Michael Doerr on third, Luis Reyes on first. 1 out here in the top half of the 5th. 2-seam fastball that time that ran outside. And the count will move to 12. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reyes, not much of a threat to go at first. Although, you know, they might try the leave early and get in a rundown, and breaking ball misses away. And the count goes to 22 on John Mchenry. Infield for Merced is not all the way in, but probably halfway in. Foul tip. That time that rolls behind the plate. They're not on the grass. They're probably 2 to 3 steps in the dirt beyond the grass. So corner guys are going to probably come home with something hit right at them, or at least freeze Doerr over there at third. Middle guys will try to twist one for an inning-ending double play. 2-2 pitch, misses inside, and the count is full. And in this situation now, I would expect Reyes to be off with the pitch here on first. Full count, 1 out. Going to try to stay out of a double play here. Get some motion going, maybe some confusion going. We'll see what he does. He's running. Swing and a miss on a called strike 3. Or not a called strike 3, a swinging strike 3. Reyes steals second. All right, here, let me bear with me, folks, and get on my electronics figured out. Okay, Danny Jimenez still stepped to the plate. Jimenez 2 for 3 with the home run. A single. There's a wild pitch that is going to score Doerr for the 9th run of the ball game by Cerro. Reyes will advance to third. And the score moves to 9-0 now for Cerro with 2 outs. Two balls, no strikes. Jimenez, as I mentioned, 2 for 3 with the home run and a single. He scored twice and driven in 1. Next pitch is in. 3-0. First base open. 1 run in here for Cerro in the top half of the 5th. Infield back now with 2 outs. There's a fastball for a called strike. Nice 2-seam fastball. That fastball by Trujillo's got some nice movement on it. Just needs to get that thing under his command here. He'd be pretty darn effective. Another breaking ball that swung on and missed. That time Jimenez swung right over the top of that pitch. And so the count is full. Trujillo looking to end the inning here. And he misses high for ball 4. Bases are loaded. We're going to have a quick mound visit. We'll be right back. And we are back. New pitcher on the bump for Merced. Daniel Ureste, I believe is how you pronounce it. 5'8", 200-pound freshman out of Merced, Golden Valley High School. On here in relief of John Trujillo. Coyotes have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Top of the 5th, Anthony Davis steps up. First pitch swinging for strike 1. Looks like Ureste, I apologize, I'm probably butchering that. Kind of a submariner. Comes from about halfway down. There's a base hit into left center field, and that's going to score a run. So the Coyotes get double digits here. On an RBI single that time by Anthony Davis. Now stepping up to the plate, designated hitter Matthew Payne. Payne 1 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch twice and singled. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Jimenez on second, Davis on first. 2 runs in so far here in the top half of the 5th. 2 outs. 1-0 pitch misses up. And the count will move to 2 balls and no strikes. As I mentioned, Daniel Ureste in on the mound. Comes in with 2 2/3 innings of work, an ERA of 3.38 so far on the year. 2-0 pitch to Payne. And that hit him in the arm. That is going to load the bases. Stepping up to the plate now, eighth man to bat this inning, Brandon Delmar. Delmar 0 for 3 so far on the game. He struck out, he has flown out, and he reached on an error by Cesar Avila, the first baseman. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top half of the 5th. First pitch to Payne is a nice breaking ball for a called strike on the inside corner. Daniel Ureste trying to stop the bleeding here. And Bannon Delmar trying to break it wide open. Next pitch is low, and that evens the count at 11. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jimenez on third, Davis on second, Payne on first, Bannon Delmar at the plate. 2 runs are in. One pitch that is popped up, and that should do it. Right field, Nathaniel Silva's there, and he makes the catch. Coyotes score 2, 10-0 as we head to the home half of the 5th. We'll be right back. And we are back. We have a pinch hitter. Austin Schott will step in and hit. Takes Clayton Deathridge first pitch for a called strike. Deathridge out for his 5th inning of work. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And Austin Schott quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if I got Austin here. Any numbers? Yep, comes in hitting .083 on the year. Only had 12 at bats, 1 hit. So very limited data set. There's a ground ball to Davis at third. He's got it, throws across and retires Schott for the first out. And we have another pinch hitter for the Blue Devils. Kyohei Osato steps in. Osato comes into today's ball game hitting a .67. He has only had 6 at bats and takes Deathridge first offering low for ball 1. Osato hitting from the left side. There's a nice breaking ball. Drops in for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Head coach Nate Devine of Merced getting some guys some reps here in the late stages of game 1. Deathridge misses down and away for ball 2. 21 to count on Kyohei Osato. That ball is popped up foul back and out of play. And the count will run even at 22. We're in the home half of the 5th. Nobody on, 1 out for Merced. Pinch hitter, Kyohei Osato at the plate. Fly ball to the right side, that may be playable. Everybody gives chase and it falls harmlessly foul. I don't think catcher Brooks Scott saw that one because he was the closest to it. He didn't move. Clayton Deathridge came off the mound, ran a long way. Danny Jimenez from first base, I think, ran even further, and neither of those 2 guys could get there. Just wasn't hit high enough. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Osato. Off-speed pitch that misses away. And Osato has worked the count full at 32, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like we have another pinch hitter on deck. There's a ball chopped to first base, and that's gonna be good just in time. 3-1 on the play. That was a tough play. Nice play that time by Jimenez. And we have our 3rd pinch hitter of the inning from Merced. Brandon Ruiz steps in, takes a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. Ruiz comes in hitting .222. He's had 2 hits in 9 at bats so far this year. Another pitch at the knees for a called strike. And Clayton Deathridge quickly gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Ruiz hits from the right side. Swings and misses. That gets away from, oh, they're calling it a foul ball. And so everybody will reset. That was a nasty breaking ball down and away that I think fooled Brandon Ruiz, but He was able to get a little bit of the bat on it, stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Deathridge looks in. That ball's hit well into left center. Hernandez going back. And he will make the catch to end the inning. As we head to the 6th, our score, Cerro Coso 10, Merced 0. We'll be right back. And we are back, heading into the top half of the 6th. Brooke Scott steps in for the Coyotes. A number of defensive changes here that we'll get to in a second. Daniel Arrest out for his 2nd inning of work and misses away for ball 1 on Scott. Kaohi Osada moved to left field. Brandon Ruiz is now in right. Scott line drive base hit over a leaping Oyama at 2nd for a leadoff base hit. Nice effort that time by the Merced 2nd baseman Joichiro Oyama, just out of his reach. So Scott is on first with a leadoff base hit here in the top half of the 6th. That ball, first pitch swinging out. Michael Dewar steps to the plate. Dewar 1 for 2 today. First pitch catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Next pitch is chopped foul for base side. First base coach Jeremiah Johnson, good range. Picks it up clean and tosses it into the dugout. Brooke Scott on first after a leadoff single. Pitch misses away. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Michael Dewar. Breaking ball that time that misses just low. And that evens the count at 22. Moderate lead for Scott at first. That pitch is hit well into right field. Ruiz going back and makes the catch on the track. Nice job for out number 2 by Brandon Ruiz. Tested right off the bat after he just came in to hit and play defense. Well done, Mr. Ruiz. Brooks Scott holds up, and that'll bring Luis Reyes to the plate. Reyes is 1 for 3 today. He has scored 3 runs. He's been hit by a pitch, reached on an air, and singled. First pitch by Daniel Arest is down in the dirt for ball 1. Again, I sound like a broken record, but Gerald Nix is doing a fantastic job for the Merced Blue Devils here behind the dish today defensively. Long look in, and now the 1-0 pitch. That thing is roped foul down the third base line. And that evens the count at 11. 1 ball and 1 strike. Line scores look like this. Cerro 10 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They've left 9 so far. Merced no runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and they have only left 1. Next pitch, breaking ball that moves off the plate for ball 2. Johnny Mchenry waiting on deck for Cerro Coso should he get a chance. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. 2-1 pitch, that's roped into left field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Rosado gets it back in. That'll be a stand-up double for Luis Reyes on a 2-1 pitch that caught too much of the plate. Johnny Mchenry steps in. Mchenry 1 for 3 today with the big 3-run bomb. Scored twice. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. First pitch fastball for a called strike. Daniel Areste's fastball, he's got some nice movement on that thing. You can see it from where I'm sitting pretty good, and it's kind of fooling some of these hitters the first time they get a look at him. Scott at third, Reyes at second, 2 down. Fastball misses away. And that evens the count at 11. 1 ball and 1 strike on Johnny Mchenry. Coyotes looking to do some damage here in the top half of the 6th. Again, this one only scheduled 4-7. Breaking ball in the dirt. Gerald Nix earning his paycheck today. Someone better buy him dinner. This his pitching staff should. He's working hard for him back there. 21 the count on Mchenry. Next pitch is in. Almost hits him. And the count runs to 31. So Areste can't just lob one in here on this 3-1 count. He's got to battle. He's got to throw a good pitch. That ball is fisted into left field. That's going to fall. Score 1. Reyes is coming home. Throw is going to be cut off. And Mchenry will go to second on the throw. So 2 runs in on a 2 RBI single for Johnny Mchenry. So Danny Jimenez will step up now for Cerro Coso. First pitch fastball called strike. Jimenez 2 for 3 today. A home run, a single, He has scored 2 runs. Mchenry so far 5 RBIs on the day. There's a little slow chopper to third. And that is not going to be handled by Mason King. I'm not sure he had a chance either way. That thing was hit so slowly. So I'm going to give everybody credit. Go a base hit on that one. Just a slow single, soft grounder. And Anthony Davis steps up. Davis hitting from the left side. He comes in 1 for 3 so far today. First pitch fastball, strike 1. Johnny Mchenry at third, Danny Jimenez at first. 2 runs are in here in the top half of the 6th. Davis chops the next one foul. And Daniel Ureste quickly ahead of Anthony Davis, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. That is a ground ball. Nice play at first that time by Austin Schott, and that'll do it. But the Coyotes score 2 as we head to the home half of the 6th. Our score 12-0, Cerro Coso. We'll be right back. Chris Butterfield steps up to the plate for the Blue Devils. Chris 1 for 1 on the day, shows bunt, pulls back and takes a first pitch for a called strike. Little backdoor breaking ball by Clayton Deathridge. Deathridge out for his 6th inning of work. Misses away on his next pitch, and the count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. Deathridge has thrown 61 total pitches, 44 of those for strikes. So very good outing today for Clayton Deathridge. There's a high chopper to third. Davis has it. Throw across, and that's going to go out of play. So Chris Butterfield's going to reach second on a throwing error. And now the Merced catcher, Gerald Nix, steps up. Gerald 0 for 1 today, struck out his first plate appearance. First pitch misses low. Breaking ball that time by Deathridge. Count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Chris Butterfield on second to lead off the home half of the 6th here. Deathridge's next pitch misses down, and the count moves to 20. 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the Merced order in the form of Trent Malone on deck. Merced looking to get some runs on the board here late. There's a 2-seam fastball that catches the outside corner, and that moves the count to 21 on the Blue Devils catcher Gerald Nix. Big swing and a miss that time on a nice breaking ball. Thing pretty much fell off the table. Traditional kind of 12-6 curveball there that disappeared. Gerald Nix starts his swing. The next thing you know, it's in the dirt. Tough pitch to handle there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Next pitch that stays up, and the count is full. Merced looking for base runners here late in the ball game. At ball 4, and that's going to get away from Brooks Scott. Butterfield's going to head to third. Stepping up to the plate now, top of the order for Merced and Trent Malone. Malone 0 for 2. First pitch misses away for ball 1. Blue Devils have runners on the corners here in the home half of the 6th. Chris Butterfield on third, Gerald Nix on first. Clayton Deathridge in his 6th inning of work. Nice fastball that time, cuts across the plate to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Deathridge has thrown 70 pitches so far today. Foul tip that is in the dirt, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Blue Devils shortstop. Mason King standing on deck. Infield playing back, double play depth. They'll take 2 outs and trade in a run. There's a ground ball that is fair down the line. That's going to score 1. Nix is going to go to third. Bad throw, and that allows Malone to go to first. Mason King takes first pitch for a called strike. King 0 for 2 today. Blue Devils have runners on second and third with 1 out. Big swing and a miss, or excuse me, no outs. And count goes to 0 and 2. Nix at third, Malone at second, Mason King at the plate. Swings and misses on a nasty breaking ball for out number 1. Joichiro Oyama steps to the plate, second baseman for Merced. Oyama 0 for 1 with a sac bunt and a flyout. Breaking ball misses just low. And Oyama gets ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 in scoring position for Merced. Oyama looking to put a crooked number up in the run column for the Blue Devils here in the home half of the 6th. Another breaking ball that stays up. And the count moves to 20 on Joichiro Oyama. Again, Coyotes infield playing back. They'll concede a run for an out. That ball way outside. Nice job by Brooks Scott that time. Count runs to 30. Clayton Dethridge has been doing a good job today pitching ahead. He has not been in too many 3-ball counts today. 3-0 pitch is low. And Oyama takes a 4-pitch walk. We are going to have a pinch hitter here for Merced. Luke Falkerson steps to the plate. Falkerson only 8 at-bats so far this season. 6'2", 200 pounds out of Tulume. First pitch is low. That gets by Scott. Everybody's going to move up. And Merced plates their second run of the ballgame on a wild pitch. One ball, no strikes the count. On Luke Falkerson, pitch hitting. Next pitch almost hits him in the feet. And the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. 81 pitches for Clayton Dethridge, so starting to get up there a little bit. He's in his 6th inning of work, gone all the way so far today for the Cerro Coyotes. That pitch hits him, and the bases are loaded. And we are back. Little mound visit by head coach Justice Scott is concluded. Austin Schott steps to the plate. Schott came in, pinch hit last time and went into first base. Takes a first pitch, backdoor breaking ball for a strike. Austin 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base in his previous at-bat. Blue Devils have him loaded. Maloney at third, Oyama at second, Falkerson at first. 2 runs already in. Breaking ball stays out. And that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Austin Schott, the 8th man to hit so far this inning for Merced. The 1-1 pitch stays up. And the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Got a little activity down in the Cerro Coso bullpen. Head coach Justice Scott is giving a hurry it on up signal. As Clayton Dethridge, there's a ball lined in the left field for a base hit. That'll score 1. Throw comes into home plate. So the Blue Devils score another. Keoi Osada steps up to the plate now. First pitch by Dethridge is a nice breaking ball for a called strike. Osada 0 for 1. Grounded out to the first baseman, his previous at bat. 3 runs in. There's another breaking ball for a called strike. And Dethridge gets ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Bases still loaded for Merced, 1 out. 3 runs are in on 2 hits so far this inning for Merced. Keoi Osada looking to make that number even bigger and crookeder. And Dethridge misses away. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Middle infield back for the Coyotes. Daniel Menace at first, he's playing in. Anthony Davis at third is back. There's a nice breaking ball check swing. They said he went for out number 2. Daniel Ruiz, steps to the plate. Ruiz 0 for 1. He flew out to left center field, his first at bat. Backdoor breaking ball for a called strike by Dethridge. Head coach Justice Scott hoping Clayton can finish this inning out here. He's at 91 pitches so far on the game. Blue Devils have him loaded. 3 runs across here in the bottom half of the 6th. Next pitch is a breaking ball that's in the dirt. Brooks Scott sits on that one. And that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Brandon Ruiz. Ruiz came in to pinch hit back in the 3rd inning. Or excuse me, last inning. There's a called strike, backdoor breaking ball. Count goes to 2-2. And then he went into play right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here in the home half of the 6th. Cerro Coso on top, 12-3. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it. However, the Blue Devils played 3. 12-3 as we head to the 7th. And we are back as we go into the top half of the 7th in today's first game of a back-to-back doubleheader. It'll be hitters 6, 7, and 8 for the Coyotes. Matthew Payne steps in. Matthew 1 for 1 today. He's been hit 3 times. So I'm sure he's digging that. New pitcher on the mound. Ethan Hurte comes in, starts Payne off with a fastball for a called strike. That pitch a little outside. The count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ethan Hurte comes in today with just an inning of work. So very limited time on the mound. He struck out 2. Next pitch, a little soft fly ball to first base. Shot is there for the out. So quickly 1 down for the Coyotes. On a little just soft pop-up that came off the hands of Matthew Payne. That's the first time he's not standing on a base today. And Coyotes left fielder Bandit Delmar steps to the plate. Delmar is 0 for 4 today. Ethan Hurt looks in, pitching out of the stretch. Big swing and a miss on a high fastball. Nice pitch that time by Hurt. Got pretty good zip on the ball. Gloves popping a bit. Big guy. Let's see what he's at here. 6'3", 205 out of Turlock. There's another one off the hands. Shot will have that at first and quickly put 2 in the mud for Coso. Another little soft one off the hands right to first base to Austin Schott. So Ethan Hurt has come in and on 4 pitches got 2 outs. Brooks Scott, Coso catcher, steps to the plate. Brooks 1 for 4 with the single. He has scored a run. First pitch, a little inside for ball 1. Due up for Merced in the home half of the 7th will be Butterfield, Nix, and Maloney. Next pitch outside, and the count runs to 2 balls and no strikes on Brooks Scott. As I mentioned, Ethan Hurt, pretty good size, 6'3", 205, just a freshman. So we'll get that freshman 15 on him. He's going to be really hard to handle if he can paint the strike zone there. Big swing and a miss on a fastball. Got some good life to that fastball. Just needs to get consistent and putting it where he wants to. 2 balls and a strike to Brooks Scott. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. Next pitch misses in on the hands, and the count runs to 31. No free passes, especially no 2-out free passes. That ball misses away, and Brooks Scott is on with a 2-out walk. Stepping up to the plate now is Orbin Hernandez, the Coso center fielder. Orbin 1 for 4 with a single. He scored a run back in the 3rd inning. So Coyotes have a base runner with 2 outs. Again, we're only playing 7 here in this first game. Next game is scheduled for a full 9. Beautiful day here in Merced. Nice crowd here this afternoon, Saturday, watching their home team Blue Devils take on the Coyotes. First pitch misses away, and Scott will advance to second on a wild pitch. Couple times Ethan Hurts just kind of hanging on to that fastball just a little bit too long and kind of getting away from him there. Nothing Gerald Nix could do on that pitch. 1-0 pitch is down and away again, and Brooks Scott will go to third. On another wild pitch. Two balls, no strikes, the count. Top of the Cerro order, and Michael Doerr, the on-deck circle. Brooks Scott on third base with 2 outs. That ball goes wide, and Scott's not going to advance. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. Ethan Hurt needs to kind of take a deep breath here. Maybe take a little bit off. Find the strike zone again there, and then he can start to ramp it up a little bit more. 3-0 to Hernandez. Next pitch is ball 4. So Hernandez trots to first on a 4-pitch walk. And Michael Doerr, the leadoff man and right fielder for Cerro, comes to the plate. Doerr 1 for 3. So far today, he scored a couple times. Brooks Scott on third, Tino Hernandez on first for the Coyotes. We're in the top half of the 7th, 2 down in this 7-inning ball game. First pitch misses away. Nice pitch that time, good movement on it. Just bit a little too much. Missed the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Now Hurt steps off. Back on, everybody resets. Next pitch is down, and that gets away from Nix. It hit him. I'm sorry. It hit him. So Doerr is going to head to first. Bases are loaded. And the Cerro shortstop, Luis Reyes, is going to come to the mound, but first we're going to have a coaching visit. And Ethan Hurt's got some good life on his pitches, but right now he's just okay. Mound visit over, and as I was mentioning, Ethan Hurt's got some good velocity, some good movement on his pitches, but right now he's just struggling to control the pitches. He's thrown 15 pitches so far, and 11 of those have been for balls. And as soon as I say that, maybe that's what I need to say. He paints the inside corner for strike 1. Reyes 2 for 4. Today he has scored 4 times for the Coyotes. Next pitch misses away. Everybody will move up, and the Coyotes will plate their 13th run of the ball game. Not much Gerald Nix can do on those. Those pitches are pretty far out and they're moving pretty good. And he's working hard to try to help his battery mate out there. That ball just hits him. Just grazing there on Luis Reyes. So another hit by pitch. And Johnny Mchenry steps in. Mchenry 2 for 4 today with 5 RBIs. So a very productive day at the plate for Mchenry. He's got the bases loaded and a pitcher that's struggling a little bit here. First pitch, fastball for a strike at the knees. Oh and 1. Next pitch is away. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Johnny Mchenry. As I mentioned, Mchenry 5 runs driven in so far in this game. Looking to add on to that total. That's a pretty good week total for a lot of guys. 1-1 pitch just off the outside corner. And the count runs to 21. Urbina Hernandez on third, Michael Dewar on second, Luis Reyes on first. 1 run in for the Coyotes here in the top half of the 7th. There's a nice pitch on the inside corner. And that evens a count at 22. As I mentioned, Ethan Hurt's got some good movement, some good velocity. He's just struggling right now to control his pitches. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. And that ball misses away. Count's full. Runners will be off. Urbina Hernandez is going to be about 80 feet in foul territory in case Johnny Mchenry laces one his direction here. Base hit will score 2. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Up with it. Over for the out. So that'll do it as we head to the home half of the 7th. 13-3 Cerro Coso. We'll be right back. And we are back. Trevor French on the mound now for Cerro Coso. And he will face Chris Butterfield. Ball one by French. French, right-handed pitcher, 5'9", 190, out of Sparks, Nevada. Went to Spanish Springs High School. And he catches the outside corner to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strikes. I don't think Trevor French has pitched yet this year. Don't have any numbers on him. Breaking ball that's low. Bounces away from Brooks Scott. And the count goes to 21. So we're in the home half of the 7th. This should be the final inning for the first game of today's back-to-back doubleheader. As I mentioned, about 30 minutes after we wrap up here, we'll kick off game 2, and that one's scheduled for a full 9. French misses up and away, and the count runs to 31 on Chris Butterfield, the Merced center fielder. Gerald Nix, catcher, on deck for the Blue Devils. 3-1 pitch right down. Well, it caught the plate, but it was low. Gerald Nix steps into the plate now. Nix 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. He scored a run. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Nice movement on that fastball by Trevor French, and he did a nice job of keeping it down in the zone there. Moderate lead by Chris Butterfield. Toss over and close play, but he is in safely. French checks the runner at first. 0-1 pitch on its way. That's up and away for ball 1. And the count rolls even at 11. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 13-3 in favor of Cerro Coso. This is game 1 of a back-to-back doubleheader. Today from Merced College in Merced, California. 21 the count. Beautiful day here today. I'll check my temperature here between games. Started out right around 70 degrees, and I bet it's mid-70s. It's just a light breeze. Beautiful day for baseball. 2-1 pitch. That catches the outside corner and evens the count at 22. Nice little two-seam fastball by Trevor French. That thing runs pretty nice. That one started off the plate and came back over. Bit the outside corner. That ball is fouled straight back. And the count remains at 22. Gerald Nix right on that one. Just a tad bit underneath it. Came straight back at me. I'm sitting right behind home plate, as you may have been able to tell based on the camera. That pitch is down and away, gets away from Brooks Scott. And Butterfield is going to advance to second base on the wild pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes to count to Gerald Nix, top of the Merced order. On deck, although it looks like we may have a pinch hitter. And that ball hit Nix in the upper arm. He'll take his base. Jack Solis is going to step to the plate here for the Coyotes. Takes first pitch for a ball. Solis comes in today hitting .200. He's got 35 at-bats, 7 hits. There's a ball to third for Davis. He'll step on third for the fielder's choice and the first out of the inning. Grant Deal now to the plate for the Blue Devils. First pitch swinging. That's going to be foul out of play down into the Cerro Coso bullpen for strike one. Grant Deal, 5'9", 195 freshman out of Merced High School. He comes in today with only 4 at-bats, so very limited work. The 0-1 pitch misses up and away. And the count runs to 1 ball, 1 strike. Merced has runners on first and second with 1 out. We are in the home half of the 7th in game 1 of our doubleheader today, scheduled for 7. Trevor French on the mound. That pitch is popped up, back out of play over our head. And the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Guess we need baseballs there. Umpire's out of ammunition. Hard to play the game if you don't got a ball. But I think we rectified that. Grant Deal, pitch hitting. Listed as a catcher for Merced. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Trevor French gets his sign. Nick's at second, Solis at first. That ball's popped up, and that's going to be out of play, foul. And the count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice job by Grant Deal. Again, only 4 at bats so far this year, so he's fighting off some pitches. Staying alive. Making Trevor French work up there. That pitch is hit into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And everybody moves up 90. Another pitch hitter, Alden Norquist, steps up to the plate with the bases loaded. First pitch high, ball 1. Alden Norquist, 6'1", $185 out of Turlock, listed as a utility player, and he has only had 2 at bats so far this year. Stands in on the right side, bases loaded. Pops this one up, back and out of play. And that evens the count at 1 ball and a strike. Merced has the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the 7th with 1 out. Alden Norquist, pinch hitter, at the plate, 1-1 count. Next pitch is in the dirt. And the count rolls to 21. Alden Norquist trying to drive in some runs here in his 3rd at-bat of the season. That pitch is chopped foul down the third base line. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alden Norquist. Luke Falkerson in the on-deck circle. He came in and pinch hit the last inning. 2-2 pitch. That's hit into center field. That should be playable. Hernandez going back. That'll score a run on a sacrifice fly, and the Blue Devils plate their 4th of the inning, or of the game. Luke Falkerson steps in now with 2 down. And takes first pitch low for ball 1. Falkerson was hit by a pitch. His last at bat. Next pitch on the outside corner, fastball for a strike. Count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. So Merced down to their final out here in game 1 of this back-to-back doubleheader. Trevor French trying to close it out for the Coyotes after a strong performance today by Clayton Dethridge. Next pitch is up and away. And the count moves to 2 balls and a strike on Luke Falkerson. Solis out second, Deal on first. Next pitch just down, looked like it caught the corner, but a little bit low. And the count moves to 31. The 3-1 pitch on its way. That's popped up, and that should do it. Jimenez is there, and that'll be the ball game. So, after first game in the books, our score of 13-4 in favor of Merced. Clayton Dethridge will get the win today. Dylan Weber the loss. Time of today's game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. We'll be back in approximately 30 minutes for game 2. See you then, folks.